Alrighty, what is up, YouTube? We are back with another trade recap. Today is July 28th, and let's get straight into this motherfucker. First things first, right? We want to see bias, what we want to do. So yesterday, if you guys recall, I remember telling you guys that we're going to be bearish until this red line gets swept, and potentially if we react from here, that's where I want to see a reaction, right? And whatnot. Moving on to today, as you could see around New York time when we were about to open, uh right here, right? So around pre-market, which pre-market starts at 8. I apologize. Anyway, so around pre-market, right? We opened up right here, and I was awake around this time, and I was looking for shorts. I wanted to see continuation because it's obvious that this draw is going to be our draw on liquidity, right? We even formed like relative equal lows technically with that low, right? With that being said, what happened was we swept this nice piece of structure right here, and this was the trade that I took actually. So we swept that nice piece of structure, and then from there, I noticed that price began to push lower. So I took this order block over here, which is fucking retarded, of course. And I'll explain why it was, why it was fucking stupid. The reason why it was fucking stupid was because realistically, by the looks of it, this doesn't look like a reaction to be bearish, right? This is just, it's kind of slow. You don't we didn't really get any displacement lower. So that was kind of my mistake, in my opinion, and whatever, I paid for it. I don't really mind losses like this because I learn and I progress from it. So regardless, it is what it is. It's part of the process. We move on, kind of like a business expense. So I'm not really annoyed, to be honest, this specific day. Right when I lost, by the way, locked my accounts out and moved on with my day, right? And whatnot, right? The account basically has, I think, $371 left in drawdown. I mean, that's how much left of drawdown that I have, right? But tomorrow I'm just gonna risk the same amount, $300 and whatnot, and I'm pretty confident that we will bang a trade sooner or later, right? I'm not really worried. Even if I blow the account, it's okay as long as I'm following my rules and I'm basically doing what I need to do, and I'm learning from these losses. The losses that really hurt are the ones where my psych just takes over because it's just a repetitive thing. Like I'm not really gaining anything, no new knowledge. It's just me getting shit on. Anyways, moving on. All right. Um. So we ended up pushing up higher, and of course this was my loss. We ended up pushing up higher, and then chop, chop, chop. Obviously, I was done for the day because I already took my loss. I was like, okay, we'll just get a move on my day. But what price ended up doing was it chopped. Then right at open, just dumps straight towards my draw on liquidity, right? And then from there, obviously I wanted to see some sort of reaction here. We didn't really get that reaction. We just continued to dump lower. Now that indicates that made me a bit iffy. And the reason for that was because realistically, my two areas of reversals would have been this low or this low down here. Unfortunately, this low did not reverse. So potentially what I wanted to see was this low. But then we swept some 15-minute low to the left. Such a fucking pain in the ass, but it's just some low to the left, right? And after we swept that low, price proceeded to push higher. And then this push higher was actually very, like, worrying because it's just straight displacement, right? Straight displacement. Now, for me, I have two options, right? My two options are simply this. We could either be bullish or we could either be bearish. I don't really know now because this reaction tells me that we're bullish, right? And there's also other influences that basically telling me that we're bullish, but we also did not react off of my level. And I don't like to predict price, I like to react to price. So if I'm reacting to price, this would automatically tell me that we're bullish, right? But I don't really know because two things, we could literally do two things. We could either continue lower or continue higher, right? And we'll just see what happens overnight. Right now, as you can see, we came back down lower and then just displaced 400 fucking points during Asia session. Potentially, I think we want to sweep all of this. I do not believe that this is going to be your the high. So I do believe that this will eventually get swept at some point. I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm just waffling right now. It's we'll let that shit for tomorrow. But regarding price action, I am in confusion. This could be the low that we start pushing higher of, or it can't. And what will tell us which one it will just be tomorrow's price action and what happens overnight. Regarding all of that, that is it for today's trade recap. I'm not really annoyed at the loss. I'm actually glad it happened because I learned something new. So I'm always happy when I take losses that are like that. But nonetheless, that is it for today's trade recap. It is July 28th, and I will see you motherfuckers tomorrow. Bing bang bush.